Hello. Via what? Via telefono. Telefono? What is it? Hello. I know. All right. No, I don't see anyone here yet, so I'm not going to say anything yet. Hello. Hi. Hi, Betty. Hi, Lindy. Lindy says hi, Pam.
Hi.
Pam's right here. She's not going to come over here. One day, I'm just going to accidentally turn the camera, and she might not be happy about that, but we'll see.
Well, I have my scrubs on.
Can you hear me? Just want to make sure you can hear me. I do have a fan going down here, and so I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Okay, I'm getting back to my page. Hi, Veronica. How are you? How's everybody doing today? Come in and say hi. Let me know that you're here. If you're watching on replay, say hi, or at least do hashtag replay so I know you've stopped by. If you're new, first-time visitor, let me know that you're here. I'd like to welcome you for sure. My name is Cindy. I'm with Joy Junction. We're going to have a little bit of a patriotic sale, and then I always have other stuff to look at and see what you'd be interested in. I'm going to try to keep updating my laptop so I can see your comments. You know that Facebook is not being very helpful in these days of showing comments on our Facebook pages. Hi, Inga. How are you? Hey, Stephanie. I can't wait to see your hair, Stephanie. You're going to have to post it. I know that you got it done for your birthday on Friday. Can't believe you're going to be 24, huh? Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. My granddaughter is texting. Oh, oh, Brazil. Yeah, I think you need to take that, Betty. We'll see you when you get back. Oh, dear. Your granddaughter's in Brazil. I want to hear that story. How's everybody doing today? Tell me what your weather's doing. We are sunny today. Yesterday was very cloudy. We were hoping for some rain and it didn't come, but we had a cooler day. It was like in the mid-70s. Today is supposed to be up around 90, I think. 90. And the weekend, we're supposed to get back up into 103, 104, something like that. So that's what it is, where we're at. I'm waiting just a few minutes to see if a few more people stop by before I get started. Oh, Becky Stormy there. Okay. That's funny. I didn't see you on my phone comments, but then when I refreshed, there you were, Becky. What kind of stormy, Becky? Are you stormy, like, I know it's probably not snowy, but Colorado yesterday, I was watching Amanda made last night, and one of her followers in Colorado, they were getting a blizzard of snow. Hey Gina, how are you? I'm doing well. I'm finally feeling well after a week or so of some interesting side effects from what I thought was the foods I was eating in my new health program, and it really was not that. And so, yeah, thunderstorms in East Tennessee. Okay. I'll tell you, get a few more people in, I'll tell you a little bit about that eating thing and some of you already know. Some of you already know. But we'll get going here in a few minutes. I don't have a ton of stuff today. I like to keep it kind of light, in about an hour, so that in the Art Wellness Collaborative, we always have Watercolor Wednesday at 3 Pacific time, and it's 1 here, just after 1 here now. Some of you it's 3 o'clock, some of you it's 4 o'clock, so at 7 Eastern we have Watercolor Wednesday. If you're not in Art Wellness, it's a fun, very relaxing time of just spending with some friends doing some watercolor stuff. So let's see who else is here. I'm good. Got my teeth cleaned today. Oh, I did that yesterday. Went in for my dental yesterday. I was saying to Lindy on a text today, I said, okay, so I just had my morning shake. I gotta go brush my teeth again, because when you get your teeth clean, they just feel so good. You want to keep them like clean. I want to brush my teeth all day long to keep them feeling really clean. Do you feel the same way, Gina, when you go to the dentist and get your teeth clean and they just feel so good, and you just want to keep them that way? That's how I feel. So, okay, I see a few others are watching. I don't usually say hi if it says you're just watching, but I know you're there, and I hope you stay and visit for a little bit. Say hi if you want to. But we're going to get started, and I'll kind of, I think, share along the way. We finally have sun. We've been in clouds. Yeah, we had clouds for 2 days. I think Monday and Tuesday. Well, we had kind of cloudy skies, but there weren't really clouds. Monday and Tuesday, yesterday was really cloudy. I really thought we were going to get rain. We had those big gray clouds. When I came out of the dentist, I'm like, man, the clouds are like really gray. They're going to just drop all the rain. Nope, not a drop. You feel the same way? Yeah, Gina. It's so good to get your teeth clean. My sister gets to go every 4 months. I only get to go every 6 months. She has a better dentist than I do. It's still raining in Western Tennessee. Yeah, I guess your rain, Lindy's headed over to Becky and them in Eastern Tennessee. So, okay, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. I have some patriotic stuff today. I do have a bundle. I only have 7. And I hope that you're one that gets one of those, because it's a really fun, just a patriotic bundle. I had fun putting it together. And you never know, if I find, I'm looking for something that I had that I wanted to put in there. If I find it, I'm going to still look for it tonight. If I find it, it's going to go in there as a surprise. So there you go. Let's see. Hi, Niffin. How are you? You and your daughter and my brother and his family, they all dodged a big one in Mineral Wells last week. Boy, lots of prayer has gone into them. And, you know, I've listened to a lot of the stories of how God really protected, to have an F3 tornado go through a huge part of town, including a military base, housing and stuff, and not a single death and only a handful of injuries is pretty amazing. And we were all praising God when that storm was over and they could find everybody, and with minimal injuries. Yes, they had devastating destruction there. 2 businesses completely destroyed, and over 100 homes, I think 84 or 100 and something homes damaged or destroyed in such a little town of what did I say, 14,000? Yeah, a small town of like 14,000. Yes, that I'm glad Jamie, that your daughter dodged that bullet too, and so did my brother and his family and his business. But he did say they did have several people they were trying to help. Oh, who's knocking you? I know that FB knocks people off. Stay as long as you can, Veronica, and we'll try to keep you connected. I'm going to get going so we can get through some of this stuff. Yes, they did, Jamie. Okay, I'm going to start with some quilt squares. I'm going to do about half of them, and then we're going to move on to some other things, and I can come back to the other half just as people come in. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of these. Now, these quilt squares are unfinished, and instead of cutting out just the little square, this particular quilt had really cool squares, and then the other squares around it were a plain blue. And I thought, why should I cut just the square and have, 20 some little squares and then 20 some little squares of plain blue? Why not cut it on the diagonal and give you extra? So these are about 14.5 by 14.5. The inside is 11 by 11 if you count, 10.5 by 10.5. 11 by 11 if you count the seam. And the reason I say you could count the seam is the way I cut it and the way you might want to use it. So here we go on quilt squares, and all you have to say is Q and whatever the number I give you. And they are $5 a piece, just $5. Like I said, they're unfinished. They're 14.5 by 14.5, 15 inches, and we're gonna get started. Edward, hello. Okay, we're gonna be watching everybody. And oh, I want to do one more thing. I'm sorry, I forgot to do this. I want to share my Telegram in case you want to sign up for my Telegram, and then you'll get a notification when I'm ready to go live. I only send a notification 15 minutes before I go live, twice a month. And other than that, unless there's some emergency, I would not send a telegram. So I just posted the Telegram. Click on that and join the Telegram, and then you'll get notified when I go live. Let's go into our quilt squares. Remember, about 14.5 to 15 inches by 14.5 to 15 inches. They are all only $5 unfinished. So here's Q1. Most of them are a patriotic theme, red, white, and blues, light and dark blues. As you can see, all you'd have to say is Q1, and we'd have you down, and they are only $5 today. This one has a little gold in it, but so does the fringe hanging from some of our flags, as far as like a tassel, or sometimes the ropes hanging a flag up have the gold tassel. This is Q2. So it's just Q and the number, and they're only $5. Q3. Some of these, like this one, is a solid red. The larger pieces are a solid red, and I'll try to get them close enough that you can see if it's solid or if it has a pattern in it. Oh, I missed that one. Okay, this is Q4. Q4. We caught the edge of the Springtown tornado 2 days before hailing. Oh, you did? Wow, hitting top of my covered RV. I didn't know that, Jamie. I hope not too much damage. This is Q4, $5. Again, these are 14.5 to 15 inches by 14.5, 15. This portion here that you can see is 10.5 by 10.5 on just the square. And these are very loosely hand sewn, so it'd be very, very easy to just take this seam out and end up with your 1/2 inch of seam allowance and have an 11 by 11 quilt square. This is a Q4. Q5. You can see a pattern there. I love all the colors. Of course, I love patriotic. This is Q6. Hi to everybody that watching that hasn't said hello. It's good to see you. Say hi so I can say hi back. Q6. Just type the number if it's something you're interested in. They're only $5. Hi, Debbie. Q7, just Q7 if you're interested in this piece. Great for so many things. Yes, you can do a journal cover. You could do a little, you could make a little quilted flag for your sofa couch or a small little chair if you wanted to have just a little pillow, patriotic pillow. Q8 goes to Inga MacArthur, M-A-C-A. Q4 to Inga. Q8, this is Q8. Did I say Q8? That was supposed to be Q6.
So Inga is 4 and 6?
4 and 6, yes. Okay, I got you, Inga, for 4 and 6. It's time for my glass. I need my... Okay, and this is Q8. Q9. And we have Q10. I think we're going to do 13, and then we'll move on to something else, and then we'll come back to these. Again, they're 14.5 to 15 inches across as the big square, and 10.5 inches across on the small quilted part, all hand done. Hey, Kathy Sly for Q9. This one's Q10. Inga for Q10. Q11, love this. Q11, again, they're only $5 a piece. They are unfinished, easy to just hand remove that hand stitched seam and get your seam allowance back to make it just an 11 by 11 quilt square. Q10 for Gina.
Wait. I have Inga at Q10.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, Gina, okay. Gina, sorry you missed. Inga was at Q10. Kathy Sly, Q11.
And she had 9?
Yes. She had 9 and 11. Gina, you're... Kathy Sly got you on that one. You might have a little bit of a lag. You might want to try to refresh or something, but I have plenty more. Okay, Q12. This is Q12. This is Q14. Oh, no. Q13, thank you, Pam. Q13, again with the gold. And in the little bundle I'm going to share, it does have some gold beads in there. So it might go good with this. So Q13. Here's another one I missed the tag on. I think I'll do one more because I have a couple that I missed putting numbers on. So here's Q14. Let's see. Gina wants Q12. Q14. Q14. Oh, another one. How did I miss all these? I have more than I thought. Well, I'm going to do 15 then. Q15. Q15. Love the little polka dot. Q15. Inga wants Q14. Do you want me to keep doing Inga, yeah. Do you want me to keep doing these since you like them, and we'll just keep doing them and then I can move to the other? I don't care, whichever way. Kathy, that Q14's already taken. Let me just keep going since you're let's see, what was this? This one was Q15. If you like that one. Okay. Yes, keep going. Okay. Q16. Q16. Because if you like these and you may not be able to stay the whole time, I guess you'd rather see them now and I can go over whatever's left. That's fine. Q16. Ooh, I like this one. I like the dark. Kathy Sly, Q15. Q17. I like the dark red in this one. Q17. Again, they're only $5. They're 14.5 to 15 inches across both ways on the big part, and 10.5 by 10.5 on the small quilted square in the center. Q17, they're $5. Q18. I like that one. It has this little flower, this little white, and just a little bit of a gold color in that one. Inga, Q17. This is Q18. Q19. I see a few people popping in that haven't said hi. I'm saying hi to you, and I won't say your name until you say hi. But if you do stop by and we're live, say hi. This is Q19. Kathy Sly, Q18. This one's kind of pretty. Q20. That one has a lot more gold. If you're interested in the gold, a lot more gold. Just so you can see the pattern a little better. This is Q20. Q21. Hi, I'm painting a spider. Hey, Jody. Are you doing Lindy's spider that she did? What was it? Was it a Lindoodle last week? Q22. Inga, Q21. Q22. Q23. Q23. Now this one's a little different. Q24 has a little different of the main triangles and the center square. But this is Q24. I like this one a lot. Q25, that's very red, white, and blue. Q25. Two more that I numbered. Q26. Q26. And Q27. You should hear my noises. Q27. Okay, that's those. Does anyone like pink in their red, white, and blue? I'm just asking because two of the ones that I somehow missed putting a number on have pink in them. Like this one. It doesn't have a number. You could just say pink. That does have pink in it. It's not red, it's pink. So this would just be pink if you were interested in that one. Okay? Okay. So, I'm gonna let you get caught up for just a minute. Jody, I guess I'm just gonna have to, I watched some of that particular Lindoodle. I didn't watch all of it. I'm gonna have to listen for noises, I guess. Okay, we'll move on. I'm gonna move on to, I think I'll move on to the bundle that I have. Listen, I only have 7. Again, there's something I'm looking for. I haven't found it yet, but if I do, it's going to go in there. But I will show you everything that's in the bundle. The bundle is $10, and let me show you everything that's in it, because it's a lot of stuff. Okay, let everything come out. Don't drop a thing like I just dropped half the stuff. Don't drop anything, Cindy, but you just did. Okay, bundle. And that's all you'd have to say if you want one, is bundle. Okay? You are going to get 5 red letter size envelopes. Brand new, never used, no markings, no anything. So 5 regular letter, 5 letter size bundle envelopes. 5 letter size envelopes. That's the first thing. Then you're going to get a red feather trim. I believe this is a 1-foot section of red feather trim. I'm going to get that. You're going to get 6 napkins. Let me show you the napkins. These are full napkins. 1, 2, US of A, and plain on the other side, so US of A, that's 2. Inga would like a bundle. 3, 4, how could you pass that up? 5, USA. And 6. So you're going to get 6 full napkins, not pieces, but 6 full napkins. Then you're going to get a piece of red or red and white 1 yard of ribbon. This is a wired. You're going to get a yard of blue ribbon. You're going to get a yard of white wired ribbon. So there's your red, white, and blue ribbon. And then you're going to get a yard of gold bead, a whole yard of gold bead in there. You're going to receive 2 wood patriotic pieces. This one has a star and a firework. So you're going to get 2 of those. You're going to get a few pieces filled. You're going to get 2 toothpick stars. They'll be red and blue, red and silver, silver and blue, whatever, 2 stars. You're going to get a flag. You're going to receive a red paper heart, vintage red paper heart. And you're going to also receive this, I found again last night. I was looking for it, I couldn't find it. You're going to get 1 yard of vintage red, white, striped and stars, weather resistant, water resistant ribbon. And that's your bundle, and that's for $10. That's a lot of goodness and a lot of vintage stuff for $10. So just say bundle if you're interested in a bundle. They're $10. Sorry, my computer kind of crashed on me. So if you're interested in a bundle, $10. And I also have, that I didn't get put in here, you're getting 2, did I leave that on the kitchen counter? I don't know where I left it. You're getting 2 Tim Holtz people, paper people, Tim Holtz people will also be in there. And then if I find that other thing, but so that's what it is. I have 7 complete bundles. And let's see who else. Kathy Sly would like a bundle. if you're gonna do, we have Memorial Day, Flag Day is June 14, Independence Day, you know, Labor Day, Veterans Day. Did I say Memorial? I might have missed Memorial. Yeah. And then, you know, going in even into the new year, you have President's Day and things like that. So there's a lot of patriotic holidays that come up during the year. I just thought I'd do these now since we're just going into that patriotic holiday season with Memorial Day coming up here in just 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So again, the bundles are $10 for all of that. Plus I'm putting in 2 Tim Holtz Paper People and a surprise if I find it all. So, okay, let me know if you want one of those. All right, we'll go to ribbons, or not ribbons, we'll go to lace. Okay, I'm gonna make a move to lace. I need to wipe my glasses off. I just touched my glasses. It has a big smudge. Just a second. Sorry, guys. To have a big smudge like my whole fingerprint was not fun to see. Okay. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? Why don't you tell you about my mug that I have, my cup that I have today, my tumbler. This is a really special one to me. It has my name on it. I went to stay with a friend, and she let me use this mug the whole time I was there. And I like red, white, and blue all summer. I do too. Actually, this room that I'm in right now used to be totally patriotic. I'm kind of changing it to go more with the flow of the rest of the house. Hi, Cindy Harlow. So anyway, yeah, but I love patriotic all the time. My sister and I went to a Christian school for a few years. She had Mrs. Buffkin for junior high. I had Mrs. Buffkin just 7th grade. I didn't get her for 8th grade because we moved. But Mrs. Buffkin took her whole class to Washington, D.C. and Virginia. And my sister got to go. And that's not fair because I didn't get to go. But her whole house was patriotic. She loved our country. And I actually stayed in touch with her probably till about 15 years ago. I think she had either gotten older, passed away, I'm not really sure. But she made me love the patriotic theme, and I had it for a long time in here, and now I've kind of moved a little bit away, but that's okay. Anyway, I stayed with a friend, used this mug the whole time, and then I realized, oh my gosh, I got to take it home because it said Cindy on it. Look it says Cindy right there. See, don't you think? It says Cindy right there. And she let me take it home. It didn't really, but I thought it did. So, I'm still using a tater bug mug. Okay, laces, ribbons, mostly laces. All right, this is a 1/2-inch ivory. Remember, all of my laces are $3. Let me get it so you can really see. 1/2-inch ivory, $3 a yard. I love this sweet little lace. I have 5 of these. Just say 1/2-inch ivory. Lindy's laughing. Yeah. Thank you, Lindy. I needed that today. Yes, it totally says Cindy. I agree. That is totally Cindy. If you look at how they made that C, it is a C for sure. Especially the way I make my C's. That is totally a C. But I love it. That is actually one of her original art pieces. It sure is. Okay, 1/2-inch ivory. That's what that one is. 1/2-inch ivory, $3 a yard. This one is patriotic. I only have 2 yards of this. This is vintage. I wish I had a lot of this, but it's still $3 a yard. It's more of a, it's a ribbon. It's a ribbon. It's not lace, but it is $3 a yard. Look at that. I have 2 yards of this. Just say RWB. RWB if you want a yard of this ribbon. It is canvas. It's a canvas ribbon. I can't believe you guys aren't stealing this away at $3 a yard. Very vintage with any, you could even move this over to Christmas. Nobody. RWB, nobody? Oh my goodness. Okay, there goes Kathy Sly. She wants 1 yard. I have 1 yard left. I just think it's so good. All right, this is a 1-inch white scallop, a 1-inch. Oh, Inga would like a RWB. Yay, I have this little teeny piece left for me. I try to always give you everything I have. Yeah, Stephanie, if I have a small piece left, I'll show it to you and see if you want it, I think for $1, because it's just a smaller piece, so you can let me know. I'll show you how big it is. Okay, this is a 1-inch white scallop lace. 1-inch white, look at that pretty. Isn't that pretty? Just 1-inch white. 1-inch white is all you have to say on this one. I have, let's see, 10 of these? I have 10 yards of this. 10 yards of the 1-inch white scallop. I just think it's real pretty. I love the you know, the little floral with the red and the floral. 1-inch white. That's all you have to say on that one is 1-inch white. Then I have 3 half-inch blue ruffle. 3 half-inch blue ruffle. Becky Peels would like 1-inch white. I have 3 yards of the blue ruffle. Blue ruffle. And then I have 5 of this white half-inch.
One. Oh.
No, that was 1-inch. And then I have,
Okay.
Yeah,
says,
this is just-
It says 1, but I'll put half.
what was that's the blue, oh yeah, just half-inch.
Okay.
I wrote it wrong. This is half-inch white. Kathy Sly would like the blue, and Becky Peels would like the blue. Okay, this is half-inch white, 1 yard, half-inch white, the pretty little oval openings throughout it, half-inch white. I think I have 5 of those. This is an ivory, did I write trim?
Yes.
Okay. Ivory trim, did I say 1.5?
Yes.
Okay. 1.5-inch ivory trim. 1.5-inch ivory trim. You can just say ivory trim. You could almost double this by just cutting the seam here. But 1.5-inch ivory trim. So that's all you'd say is 1.5-inch ivory. And I have one more. Those are all $3 a yard. This is a brown rickrack, and it's $2. Brown rickrack. You know I love when I find something brown. Dark chocolate brown rickrack, $2 a yard. I don't find brown very often. Brown rickrack, $2 a yard. So you can just say brown if you like that one. Okay. All right. We're going to go on to some other things. These are some, just a few, I have some postcards. I thought I had a bunch of really good, really old 4th of July postcards. I could not find them, but I'm not surprised. You would not be surprised if you were at my house either. You know, I started this a year ago to try to get rid of stuff. I think I have more than I had then, so. But here we go. Kathy Sly would like a brown rickrack. Okay, this is PC1. It's the silver, it's a picture of the silver inkstand at Independence Hall in Philadelphia. This is PC1. These are all $2. Can you see? I hate the, it gets the light. If I can get, there we go, get some of the light off of there. No, it's not working. So that's PC1. Hey Vicki, it's good to see you. And then PC2 is the Liberty Bell. These are older. I can't see a date on them. They are not written on, but they're definitely older. So this is PC2. Liberty Bell, $2. These are great tuck-ins if you're doing a patriotic themed journal, or someone has maybe July 3rd, 4th, 5, somewhere around July, early July birthday. This is Arlington National Cemetery, $2. I was gonna see, I keep trying to check for dates, but a lot of them don't have dates. This is the Statue of Liberty. This one does have an address and a mailing as of April 6, 1992. That's when it was mailed to Mrs. E.A. Little in Springfield, Missouri. And it is the Statue of Liberty Monument. $2, Statue of Liberty. That's PC4. And this one is the Supreme Court building. I don't know when. This is PC5. This is barely on here. The sticker's barely on here. I'll pop that off before I send it. PC5. PC6 has nothing to do with being a patriotic holiday or anything else, but I thought, what's better than a vintage Coca-Cola? So this is PC6, Coke date. Who went on a Coke date? I know someone that did, went on a Coke date. PC6. And then PC7, oh, sitting on the beach with the Coca-Cola, PC7. So those are my postcards for today. If you're interested in a postcard, they're $2 a piece. Is anyone doing a frozen journal? Let me know if you're doing a frozen journal or if you're working on a frozen anything. Frozen that, let me know, okay? All right. Now I have some scissors, $2 a piece. These are paper shapers. This is S1. These are $2 a piece. S1. I'm not seeing comments, so I don't know if comments have totally stopped or if just nobody's commenting, which is fine too. Let me check my computer, reset. I can't reset my my phone. I can't do that because I lose you all. Okay. All right, so this is S1. $2 today. All scissors are $2, S1. Goes, yeah, it just went, hold on a second. Okay, you're back. Hope you're back. Okay, S2. Sorry about that. S2, $2 a pair. S3, S3 if you're interested in that pair. S4, S4, S5, $2 a pair, S5, S6, ooh, that's a fun one. It's, yeah, there you better look, S6, and S7. That's all I have of these. Then we're going to go on to doilies and other pieces that are fun. S6, no, this is S7. If you want any scissors, let me know. This is a small little pile. Again, is anyone doing anything with Frozen? Okay, this is D1. This is doily number 1. It's $6. Doily number 1, $6. I know it looks like it's actually square-ish. It's not it. D1, $6. D2 is actually a valance, but I could not resist the hummingbirds. D6 is $5. D6, the hummingbirds. You could cut this apart, use pieces as parts of your scrunchies, your jumbos, your, I don't know the names of things, but I do love it. It is definitely probably 5 feet. 5 feet. That's D2, $5. The hummingbirds. D2, $5. D3 is just $2. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I said D6. Did I say D6? And it was, okay. 2 people said D6, so I made a mistake. So would you want D1 that was $6 and that was the red and white, or D2 that was the white with the hummingbirds for $5? Kathy Sly, you were first. Did you want D2? Yeah, I think I said D6 on that. Kathy Sly, is that what you wanted, is D2? Yeah, Kathy Sly on D2. D3 is $2. It's a little blue and white, or blue and ivory. $2 for D3. D4 is $4 for this leaf, blue leaf, D4. I have 2 of these, so if you say D4, I have 2 of them. I don't think it was a, no, it wasn't it was the leaf with just a little bit of the stem. Yes, thank you. Because they're both the same, it's not a mistake, it's the stem for a leaf. So D4, I have 2 of D4, they're $4. Okay, D6 is $6. Look at that pretty. D6 is $6. Love the stars, and so D6 is $6. That one's gorgeous. And the rest of these are only $2. They're D4 for Cindy Harlow, both D4 and 5 for Cindy Harlow. You've got them both. And Cindy, I have 2 more of those. If you want them, let me know and we can work that out. I just didn't want to bring 4 in here, but yeah, I do have 4 if you're interested in 2 more. Okay, these are $2 a piece. D7, tried to stay a little bit with the patriotic thing. These are like half quilt squares that I had left over from cutting. So D7 is $2. D8 is $2. D9 is $2. Make a note next to D4 for Cindy Harlow. Just say yes for, and then I can make her a note. This is what I say. D9, just $2. D10, they're half quilt squares that were left over from cutting a big quilt. And I just do $2 on these because it's just a piece. I can let you know the measurement if you like. They are 11.5 by 7.5. And this is D11. Okay. I have just a few more things. I have, this is really cute. This says, a mother's heart holds a garden of love. Mothers add sunshine to life. Now, you're not going to have this by Mother's Day, but it doesn't say Mother's Day. It's just for moms, for birthday or whatever. A mother is love that you never outgrow. A mother's heart holds a garden of, oh, I said that one, I think. Okay. What else? What else did I not say? Mothers stitch a bond that time can never tear. This is vintage wrapping paper. Still in the package. $4. Just say mother. Don't say it the way my son says to me. My son. Yeah. My oldest. Inga would like D10. Love the Aztec, Stephanie? Yeah. So just say mother if you want that vintage wrapping paper. And then I also have one more Holly Hobby wrapping paper from before. I have one of those, $4. Holly Hobby. These are just fun vintage, still in package papers. Now, I have some, I'm going to share a couple things again in a minute, but I have some of this. I just can't pass this. What'd I do? Drop it right on the floor? Where'd it go? Did you see where that went?
I saw it fell. Maybe it's in the
Go.
purple drawer.
I'll do another one on top of one. Sorry guys, having a little technical difficulties here. Okay, you just, this is $4. $4, okay? $4. Look at that, what it punches out. $4 for Mickey ears. Who doesn't want Mickey ears for $4? So just say Mickey, and that's $4. Cool punch. Who doesn't want that? Okay. Then I have this one. Oops, gotta get the paper in there correctly. Gotta get it in there correctly. Here we go. This is a corner punch. Vicki Culberson. Just write Vicki C. Mickey ears. Or Mickey, whichever one. That was, yeah, Mickey. Okay, this one is a corner punch. P2 is this one. Nice corner punch. Let me show you. I have to put, this is a, these are sticky notes, and so I get it stuck on there so it doesn't, you know. Oops. Well, that was not good, Cindy. I just should not use sticky in there. Anyway, it's P2 corner punch for $4. Let me get that laying down. There you go. That's a little better. There you go. Now you can see what it does. P2, $4. Okay. Then I'm going to show you P3. These are $4 a piece. P3. This one. I just have to move the sticker. I'm not going to do that. Okay. P3 is the flower. P3 is the flower, $4 if you want the flower. P3, flower. And then P4 is the heart. It's a nice size heart. P4 is the heart. Just say heart or P4. $4. P4. If you're interested in that. And then, is that it? I think that might be it that I have. Unless I need to Frozen. I have a whole thing of, let me see, 3 yards of Frozen ribbon, $2. 3 full yards, $2. It hasn't been used, hasn't been opened. If anyone's interested in Frozen, $2, that's it. If anyone wanted a yard of the vintage flag, just the vintage flag, I'll do a yard for $2. Vintage. Again, I have the patriotic red, white, and blue bundle, $10. I'm adding two Tim Holtz people in there. Sorry, one of my kids just texted me. My one that texts me or calls me 100 times a day. So anyway, the bundle, $10, all the stuff in there. Does anyone want me to go through anything that I have shown? I think that's it that I had today. Anybody want to see anything that I've already shown? Any quilt squares again if you came in late? You want me to show the bundle again if you came in late? With the Aztec, D10, anything at all. I'll show quilt squares again. I don't have any jewelry today. Nobody's interested in scissors. Okay. I will have the replay up. So if you watch the replay, anything that is left is certainly available. If you have any personal requests, I can always search. I have a couple different laces I'm looking for, a couple sheet musics I'm looking for, anything like that. I try to find what you'd like. Quilt pieces, okay? Pam, you'll have to let me know as I go on. Tell me.
Okay, so 4 is the first one.
Okay, all right. Quilt squares. I'm going to show you these again. Q1 is available. Again, 14.5 to 15 inches across and height, up and down, 14.5 to 15 inches. This square, the inside square, is 10.5 inches or 11 if you very easily take the hand stitching out of here. Then you have your seam allowance and you have an 11-inch square on your inside quilt square. It's all hand done. These are smaller ones. Oh, the quilt pieces. Okay. Which one of those sold? DL10?
all the 4s and 5s, and 10.
10, okay. All right, we're talking about these. D7, $2. Okay. Tammy Manis wants, okay, Tammy, D3 quilt square and P3 punch, the flower punch. Tammy Mattis, I'm asking you, I want to make sure. D3 and P3 for Tammy Mattis. Is that correct? So I have D7 And I have D9 and D11 left on those pieces. 7, 9, and 11. 11, 9, 7. Kathy, let me know. And D7. Okay, so Tammy Mattis has let me see, Tammy Mattis has, where'd she go? D3, D7, and P, punch 3. And then Kathy Sly would like
Three?
punch 3, yes.
Okay. Right.
And Kathy Sly would like D9. D9. Okay. Okay. And anything else for anybody? My next sale will be May 20th. That will not be a theme. It will be, I have no idea, whatever I come up with for that one. D7, I got you for that, Tammy Mattis. Hey, if you have ideas or things that you're looking for, I am trying to put together a large vintage paper pack that will be all vintage papers and vintage, everything in it will be vintage, and it'll be big. And the little scarf with blue edge. Oh, okay. Wait, this one? Oh, D3. D3, this one for $2? Tammy Mattis, this one. Yes, that's D3. Okay. And the little scarf with blue edge, D3. Okay, yeah, that's it. Did you get that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to let you all go. I appreciate you being here as always. If you're in Art Wellness, Lindy will be live in just less than an hour. I will be live on the 20th. I think it was D3. Yeah, this one. D3 for $2. Yes? That should be it, Tammy. You'll message. Okay, well, I'll look at your message. You can go back through, and I think you came in a little bit late, so you can go back through and let me know anything you are interested in. I'll start getting these things ready this afternoon, because it's only 2 o'clock here. I'll start getting these things ready this afternoon and get invoices out, probably not till tomorrow, because I have to figure all the shipping and all that stuff. So I'll get working on these in a little bit. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Stephanie. I always appreciate you being here. And D7, I got you for D7, Tammy, yes. But you're welcome to go through the replay and anything else you're interested in. But yes, that's that. Again, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I'll be back on May 20th with who knows what. And if you go back and you see something you thought, oh, I should have gotten it, just let me know and I will make sure I get it to you. You all have a great rest of your day, and we will see you soon. Thanks.